We hear a lot of people talking about debating online. But what actually is debating? Let's go back in history and have a little look at this. There was a time when words were sharper than swords. When disagreement wasn't feared, it was respected. Because people understood something that we seem to have forgotten. That the truth is not protected by silence, it is in fact revealed through challenge. Debate is one of the oldest civilising forces that we have. Long before television studios, political chambers or social media arguments, there were thinkers walking the dusty streets of ancient Greece, asking dangerous questions. Socrates didn't shout people down. He didn't cancel them. He asked them to explain themselves calmly, patiently, relentlessly, until weak thinking collapsed under the weight of its own contradictions. And from that simple act came the foundations of Western thought. Plato recorded dialogue as a path to truth. Aristotle gave structure to persuasion, credibility, emotion and logic all working together. And then later came formal systems of reasoning, dialectics where opposing ideas could collide and something stronger emerged from the clash. Debate was never meant to be noise. It was a discipline, training for the mind, a way of sharpening a civilization without drawing blood. Because real debate does something extraordinary. It exposes bad arguments without violence. It allows truth to survive scrutiny. And it gives people a peaceful way to resolve deep disagreements. A society that knows how to debate doesn't need to burn, smash or silence. Words do the work. Logic does the work. Truth does the work. Now imagine if every child were genuinely taught this at school. Not memorising answers, but learning how to think, how to question, how to defend an idea properly. How to change their mind without shame when confronted with something stronger. You would create adults who do not fear disagreement because they're equipped to handle it. Adults who don't reach for anger because they possess clarity. And here is something uncomfortable but very important. True debate does not fear weak thinking. It welcomes it because poor ideas, when examined honestly, fall apart very quickly. Not through cruelty, but through clarity. But when people are not given this skill, something else happens. They meet someone who can argue clearly, and instead of learning, they feel humiliation, frustration, even rage. Not because the other person's argument is stronger in truth, but because their technique is stronger in delivery. It becomes a bit like an untrained fighter stepping into a boxing ring with a professional. The outcome's going to be predictable. It's not fair, and it's certainly not noble. One person doesn't even understand the rules of the contest, while the other has trained for years. So the defeat feels personal, unjust, classless. Not like truth has been